Okay, there. No, that's not the thumbnail. That's fine. This shit's autistic anyway. Okay, there's working. I don't care. Not live from your channel, so you know, sending out my room world again. So it probably won't take like an hour or two, low key, cause this is tedious. But we got this. I'm also gonna. Okay, I see. See if everything's gonna work first of all. Hopefully everything works. Otherwise, that's gonna be dog shit. I don't know if I got all my mods. I think I got every mod, except maybe like a few, but I don't think those mods are important. So I don't have any clue what's gonna happen. I'm fucking have a cold. My dog is everywhere. I don't know. I pinged everyone. Fucking eat. I have an ancient. While I'm gonna take a break in the middle of the stream. The fucking chat's not showing up. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Go explore. I don't like it. It's alright. I don't know. It just seems too much. Eat. I have an ancient. Just waiting for this to load. Oh, there's like 150 mods, which is kind of excessive. It's whatever. Unless if it's like visual stuff, it's not much. Like, so here I'll run it through. So we have Grim Reality, that's its mood. Hugs Live, that's nothing. Character Editor, that's writing characters. That's a personality mod. That just makes it so you can force people to do shit. Actually Vanilla, music extension. All memories fade. Self-explanatory. Dubs and menus. Top tier shit. More planning. Allow tool. This is super useful. AB room. Auto cut blight. I'm just gonna go until I'll stop when it's finished. Avatars, that's an avatar in your thingy. Better explosions, explanatory. Blight animations, explanatory. Chill the fork out. Allows you to dedicate recreation. Or to force people to recreate. That's a framework. Recode core. It expands, basically revamps the terrain generation, biomes and shit. Does shit, clean textures, cleaning speed, there's a cleaning speed stat, clean area, color deep resources, colors deep resources, common sense, alters the AI so it doesn't fucking work like shit. Conduit deconstruct, damage indicators, adds damage, what do you think? Dead rattle, makes it so there's a chance you can save someone from instant death. So like if they have a heart attack for instance or someone got shot, they can replace their heart or some shit. Diary allows you to track journal laws, do your fucking research. Allows you to research, force research, diplomatic diplomacy. Okay, that's where we stop. That basically, it makes NPCs, it makes factions interact with each other without much interface. Hopefully this works well. I tried this most. Okay, alt enter. Uh, graphics. Should be everything. Let me actually alter these. Damage. I like how they have icons now. That's interesting. I need to edit this one first. Really? What's the difference right here? disable that. That just makes it like much harder. Let's just easy performance. No, I just do everything with that. That just kind of makes everything annoying. Enable fog of lore. These are just set to like 3. Sure. Bad. Might be the same configs. I don't think so. Might be actually the same configs. Just because they all go in the same thing. Yeah. That's similar to how I did it. It has the progress pics. That sounds right. Yeah. You're gonna get raided, boy. It's not like I'm getting free. I didn't include the run and gun mod. I'm gonna like off myself. Run. No way. Did I forget the run and gun mod? No way, I did not. I would say if I forgot the run and gun mod, that would be embarrassing. Did it not? Oh. Why is it so complex? AI. I'm gonna like lower the difficulty. Sure. I just still like not suggest using it. I'll just 30. I'll make it totally useless. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're gonna run through the story, right? I'm not. I'm just gonna summarize them. I've got a lot to cover. Like, fans, I'm gonna have to change these. These are other photos. So the rise of the Turkish Empire. Over the years, the Turkish people, basically, I probably talk about it, but none of y'all give a shit. So Turkey, right? Turkey is Turkey. There's a lot of now in recent years, from probably I don't know if starting when it's probably always been like this, but especially recent years, Turkish people has seen new an influx of refugees and stuff like that. So, for instance, like with Palestine, what's happening right now in Palestine, or maybe Ukraine or Russia, or those people are going to Turkey because it's safer. Now, a big problem with Turkey is that a big problem with Turkey is that the Turkish they want Turkish people. You know, they don't want too many outsiders. They want to keep their culture pure. But there's so many outsiders coming and it gets even worse over the decades to where it's to a point where they were like, we gotta do something about it. So to get the government's like, okay, let's just get the fuck out of Earth and just colonize our own planet, right? So over the years, they become like this very aerospace dominant country, and they house one of the biggest aero whatever fucking NASA type shit, right? Maybe it's not as big as NASA, it's not as powerful as the United States, but it's up there in terms of what it can do in terms of aerospace and mostly like rockets and space and shit, space exploration. So eventually, they build a new Ottoman Empire, which like the Ottoman Empire, that's like rebirth, and it's made out of Turks. And they make a planet ship named Antuan, and this was made in 2046 on the inhabited planet of Mars. And so they left in like 2486. They launched it. So this is right around the area of this. This is where it takes place. This is where, well, not really. It doesn't take place. It's like 100 years after it, but Abdullah Al-Zal, whatever the fuck his name is. So as we know, the new Ottoman Empire or party. This is like it's like the rich members of the new Ottoman Empire. It's like royal families and stuff. They fled to make their own planet. However, doing this required money. At the time, the Neo-Ottoman Empire was in crippling debt. They needed to outsource income, so how they did that is they asked partnering countries to help fund it, which was mostly, I'm not going to even say this country's name, it was like South Korea, North Japan, for Kajwan Jankwa, then Weijnach, that's the only name I can pronounce, East Germany, Austria, and Netherlands, that's what it is. So they're kind of like, I don't want to say super states, but they kind of are. They're kind of like combined states. I don't know. Later at the time, okay, I was confused with the day. Later at the time, Abdullah Ozal. So this was what? Right, yeah, it was right when it was getting launched, around the time it was getting launched. He invested in several spanning industries across several planets. However, in one planet that he focused on, his power politics made drastic changes throughout decades, soon leaving his position to start a new regime, along with his assistant Akira Oi Janno. That brings prosperity and massive conflicts and drastic changes. And so part of the ruling around like 2513 to 2521, he spends his years out of office, takes a break, and he to like and does some experimenting with his own DNA. You know that rich guy who like the guy who's trying to make himself like the youngest guy ever. Or some shit. There's a young guy trying to make This guy. Think of it.
Here's an easy thing you can do to add to your routine so that you age better, or maybe better.
Brian Johnson, that's his name.
This
Biohacking.
is where
Imagine biohacking like that fucking guy for like 500 years later. That's basically what he's doing. He's doing over a span of 7 years, and is much more complicated technology that we can even fathom. So basically, at this time, there was a very lot of pronatalist policies. In fact, they were trying to like raise the birth levels more and more and more and more. And the reason they did that was to get more workers and stuff, so they can build their economy. And so there was like, I'm not gonna get into the cast. Actually, I'll get into it. I'll just read it. During the first few years of Ikarea's leadership and blah blah blah, the creation of the caste system developed by early members of the Neo-Ottoman Empire. At the time, it was only acceptable that members in higher castes marry those and produced with lower castes. And the methodology brought by Eureka as a way to lessen the gap between poverty and rich, and to sensitize more of a head start to kids. So basically, the rich, what had them, it was very, it was only acceptable. It wasn't like against the law if you didn't, but like if you did, you'd probably be like you'd be like disgraced upon. So basically, it was common practice that members in high castes would marry those in lower castes, and so what this allowed, it would even the gap between the poor and the rich. Not only that, but it would also give like those kids who were born, those poor people otherwise end up poor, they give them more of an opportunity to become rich and to have a successful life and get their education need, yada yada yada. So these high caste members have multiple partners. And some in direct relations and others have barely little connection with either impregnate or give birth. So Arika, this is like the assistant, right? He led when Ozal was gone, Arika led. And so just to clarify, I know I'm very bad at storytelling. So, anyways, to sensitize it, he himself contributes a lot to it, and that's where Murat comes in. Murat's our main character. Murat was born in a peasant tribe in 2015, 2515. And of course, Arika is his father, and married to a tribe with highly noble members of the Neo-Ottoman Empire. So his mother raised him along with stepfather Orza, who were both part of the tribe, and was funded by the head. The head of the family was Jean Janot. It was actually Eric's well-known cousin. And by the way, here's another thing about it. I have very bad storytelling, but also the head. So it was common practice for parents to be financially covered by another party in return for their labor or their children's future labor. That's what it means by head. Brad grew up in a higher caste than most other children like him did, though he was fairly raised well by his mother and cousin. However, he was different in a way which he could not speak at all. I'm probably going to change that to where he barely spoke. He barely spoke at all. What was the measure? I might just add this. He did speak more. He didn't speak at all as a child, but he speaks a little bit more as an adult just to fit in because there's no RimWorld mod that allows me to just like, you can't talk to people, or some shit like that. So I'm just gonna be like, make the assumption whenever he talks or says something, make the assumption he's not telling, he is showing. He's not. He's not telling them like if he's. By the way, he can only have negative interactions. He cannot have good interactions. So if he's trying to insult someone, he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna say "go fuck yourself." He's gonna be. He's gonna say. He's gonna flip him off instead of saying "go fuck yourself." That's what it means. So basically, I'm gonna just summarize his personality. He has psychopathy. He has like psychopathy, antisocial shit. Not officially, but I don't know. That's what. Just imagine it as something like that. Um, However, he doesn't have malicious thoughts. He can do murder. He can do malicious things. He can do murder. He doesn't care. He doesn't really see anyone. Like if someone dies, he doesn't give a shit. They're just like a. There's like another object. It's like me trying to kill people in GTA. I don't give a shit. That's how he sees it. However, he knows it's wrong. And he'll only act out of self-defense. So he won't, and so especially he won't harm, and he'll even protect people who he respects, such as his father, a few others, and also Ozal when he meets him. Now Ozal, when he when now by the way, Murat is pretty fucking intelligent. He's also very mature due to his personality. So at the age of 8, he's pretty mature for an 8-year-old. He's very serious. Think of it's like a kid from Metal Gear Solid. Eli. Imagine Eli kind of, right? Or the senior, like imagine Eli. That's kind of him. Maybe not exactly, but maybe not exactly his personality, but just think of Eli, right? That was Murad when he was 8. Attempted and murdered the whole fucking staff. Interested in the senior serious demeanor who would periodically take him to his facility. In fact, he was known as King of Mines. So he uses his body language. I'm not even gonna get into this. This is no fun. Okay, I'm just gonna summarize it. All right, 1 minute summarization. Because So basically, we're gonna start from the beginning, right? The Turkish Empire. They want Turkish Empire. People are more coming into Turkey, and they don't want other people like refugees and immigrants in their land. They just want to be pure Turkish. So they make it the Indian Ottoman Empire and try to keep as pure breed as possible, right? And so they work with other countries and they give the planet. They build a ship to make their own planet and get away. However, this costs a lot of money and leads to a tremendous amount of debt. That's where Abdullah Ozal comes in, and he stays for a little bit for like a term. So like, the term is like 8 years. So it stays for 8 years. And then after his term, he decides I want to start a regime on this planet, this specific one planet. He wants to do a regime, and he does a regime that lasts like a century, over a century, and then he has his assistant called Akari. Dowsal goes on a break to do some DNA testing shit. Think about this guy.
A team of
It's basically
30
fucking this
experts are
guy
conducting
type
his
shit.
one-man experiment.
Brian Johnson. He's basically Brian Johnson right now. And so he does a Rocky lead for 7 years, and Rocky does his pro-natalist policy thingy. It's not really a law. You don't have to do it, but if you don't, it's disgraceful. You'll be shamed. And so he basically makes his caste system, right? And he makes it so members of the higher caste will marry those of the lower caste and they'll reproduce. That way it reduces the wealthy inequality gap and gives kids an opportunity. And a lot, so that's what happens. It didn't have to be directly involved. They were just like there could be multiple low caste mothers or fathers or whatever, and for a high caste mother or father type shit. So Murad was one of them. He was the father of Iraqi. He was born psychopathian. And as I was saying, what am I saying? Well, let me take a. And then, anyway, so Murad was born. He was raised by like parents, not by Iraqi, but like his mom and stepfather, and then Ozal met him and he was like, "Oh, that's so interesting." And interested in the series demeanor, he goes visits him, takes him to his facility, where he kind of trains him personally, and he puts him in like a department where he just leads the place. Even though he's not good at talking, he's good at leader because he can use sign language. He's like a mime. However, one day he snaps when he heard a group of soldiers rebel against Ozal. Now, he was a little bit angry as a child. For he didn't really know how to handle himself for his respect. He just get very better at this, but as a child, he's not really that mature. He butts into the room and ends up getting shot 11 times by these people. However, he manages to kill them all and torture him. And right after he walked out the door, he collapsed. Like the one hotel, hospital scene in Breaking Bad. If you don't know, you don't know. Terrified but fascinated by the sight, Ozawa quickly brought Murat to the hospital no longer researching in order to analyze him and they have new bionic parts. After that, he was put under a serious research facility for a few months where he was viewed much more frequently by Ozawa. Where he was trained to control himself and he tested for his limits. Think of kind of like I don't know how it was. He was very like disciplined. I guess like they give Killua from Hunter x Hunter. That's kind of training he had. He was I think he was trained worse honestly. He didn't give a shit. He was like a super soldier kind of. Yes, I don't fucking know. Anyway, there's a new campaign, small campaign where the best trained kids who are loyal to the family. It's like Ozel kids, for instance, or Rocky's kids are very like close family, knit families and shit, and who are like the bravest among thousands. Where they were selected into 12 ice pods, so 12 into space pods. One of them was Murat. He was launched at 2,532 at the age of 16. And he landed in 2050, 578. And he was around 17. So that's it. That's exhausting. That turns me off. That's how it is. Okay. Now that bored shit out of me. And let's do this. Rivals. ChatGPT sucks. Okay. One. Maybe it has like 45. This is from the fucking. That's already a lot. I'll give medicine just because it makes sense. Here we know. Put like 25. Probably like 25, honestly. This is like 20. I want to know. Probably like 10, honestly. All the action. I got an auto pistol. I don't even know. Hmm. What do they have? Give it like a knife. Yeah, custom difficulty. We'll do that. I'll keep it at 100 just because. However, I'll do hard. We'll survive. I also survive. I don't really want to do anything. Just do rat. I should just do Ozo. All these plans, I like doing this. Oh yeah, cause you got that. That's probably why it's cold. Just plain. ChatGPT's that. I don't want to depend on it. Looks good. So here we're gonna assume that only one doesn't cover the whole planet. Assume it's small, but yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna he can so basically before I use it like ultra map, I might do that. So be like, okay. So no was like on the highest spectrum. Alright. Ooh. I'm damn panic. I don't wanna go to these ones. Now I'm just getting called a pussy. Okay, let's see this guy's rating.
In the past, I have ranked weapons and armor. I have also ranked all the positive and all the negative traits in RimWorld, but today I'm ranking all the so just that's just 1/3, and it's never gonna be very warm, so you won't be irritable. No. When it comes to vanilla stuff, Tropical Swamp has the highest disease killer. Malaria is the place you want to pick up, and it can be full year growth period. You can also go down to like 20. They can be quite hot and quite cold. It's temperate, you know. You can have decently cold winters and quite warm summers. It's all across the board, and but temperate forest is just great. It's, you know, it's not jungle, it's forest and then grassland, so you can easily still move around. You're not gonna have that many crazy hungry predators. Of course, there's still gonna be bears and wolves or such that can happen, but it's really not gonna be that problematic if you know, if you're early player that you're playing this for the first time. It's gonna definitely help you because you can just build everything fast out of wood. It's then gonna burn down, so don't build out of wood. But still, it's the easy mode place. Plenty of animals. Definitely not the best. It's gonna slow down. Shrubland. It's, if you are new to gameplay, it's one of those easiest to survive, and it also looks pretty cool. We're gonna put it up here into S tier. Then we have tropical rainforest. What we have here is disease, hungry predators, and well, there's a lot of trees, so there's that, but it's jungle, so it's messy. It's gonna be hard to traverse around because there's vines and all that such. It's gonna be slowing you down. Sure, it's gonna slow down enemies as well, but this is pretty warm and wet and moist. Tropical rainforest, in my opinion, can be pretty hellish, especially if you have some really hungry panthers and cobras and such. Hungry predators, and well, there's a lot of trees, so there's that. It's one of those easiest to survive. What we have here is disease, hungry predators, and well, there's a lot of trees, so there's that, but it's jungle, so it's messy. It's gonna be hard to traverse around because there's vines and all that such. It's gonna be slowing you down. Sure, it's gonna slow down enemies as well, but this is pretty warm and wet and moist. Tropical rainforest, in my opinion, can be pretty hellish, especially if you have some really hungry panthers and cobras and such constantly hunting you down, and your poor animals. You will have more rich soil than anywhere else, though. Really, definitely more rich soil than in any of the arid climates where that doesn't really exist. But yeah, tropical rainforest, while it's not the worst, it's definitely not the best. I think the biggest problem for me is the quite high frequency of diseases that can happen over here. So we're gonna put this one into B tier. Now, if you ever played the game called Green Hell, Tropical Swamp represents that quite nicely. In that game, pretty much anything is trying to kill you. Everything from little tiny spiders you can barely see to snakes in the ground.
Or just shut the fuck. I don't like it. Okay, one more time. Archaeo's out. Last time. Then we really gotta work out what we have. Okay. Maybe we need more. Okay, let's get rid of the. There's no need for that. Okay, not done right. Fuck, wants to be perfect. Make these spares, make these spares. It's too small. It's fine. Haven't eaten in a long time. Jesus Christ, but that's even more spares. And I'm fine. And it comes like even more spare. I'm gonna go temperate, that's fine. Yeah, I'll just settle in there. So, I don't want to I don't like settling nowhere. So God, I hate when it settles. They settle up high. Want to get to where they mostly settle north, not south. I don't like south. I don't want to do south. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Looking here, a little bit mentioning is mostly factoring like the position. Say we go around here. I'm gonna pick his large hill. That's the only factor I'm going for. Okay, what do we got? Okay. Almost what I picked. So what to do? What to do? As I'm Buddhist, I'll pick that. Well, he's doing it, so anything that's cruel, that'll be. Hmm. Oh shit. Okay, then we add the character. So here we go. Moderats. Let's do this. Samura. Those are kind of. Hmm. Jeez. I'll pick 3. That was a good crafter. Now I'll make it a bear cook. We're gonna 5. Instantly heal. Okay. Sure. You need to read a bunch of books. When was he born? And he arrives in. It's like. He is chronically 63. Let you know I can mention. I mean, I'll give him like 2 genetic. I think that's it. It's beautiful. Yeah, sure. No beginning, so. I'm not gonna eat. What? Sure, eat slow. Now looks just like him. My lord. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Just realized I didn't check the. I just realized something. I didn't change the maps. It's always a map size. I mean, there's an error. I didn't admit it. You're telling me I did all that for nothing? You're just gonna can't. Oh my god. No cast. Dude.